if you don't go for the proper literature review, you will find a difficulty in framing the research question on which you have to work on your project. So really, it is a very good topic of discussion. Uh, Sorry to say that today I got late in joining your session. I am on the way to my home. So so this lecture will be a form of interactive session and like a discussion based on the like a discussion session. So I will brief you about the literature literature review. So what is the literature review? Literature review is the compilation of data, compilation of compilation of the results that the other people have done so far on the particular topic you are interested in pursuing your research. So based on your broad area of the research, you go for literature review. You go through the research paper published by other authors, other researchers, and find the present status of that work. While doing a literature review, you how you go for literature review, you firstly you have to decide the firstly you decide, you or your guide or your supervisor decide your broad area of the research, not your exact title but the broad area. Based on that broad area, you go for the literature review. So literature review is very important and crucial in your research, because yeah, when you exactly know the present status of the research in that particular area, then only you can find the question, you can find the problem, you can find the research gap, and then you can decide your topic. Because the topic also plays a very important role in your thesis, because when you go for a publication, you will feel you will face a lot of difficulty in publishing, because if the topic is not proper, lot of people have already worked on that, that field is got saturated, then you will face the difficulty in a publication. Or if you anyhow you publish a paper, then it will also will it will not be of good quality in Q1, Q2 journal. So for your good research, you have to do the proper literature review. So while doing a literature review, you must you firstly while deciding your topic, you must be very clear about the few things like the how much resources you are having in that particular university or in that particular institute, and then you how what kind of funding you people are you are having for your research work, and what are the facilities, and then you can go for the research. Because sometimes what happens that we decide the topic a very interesting topic, and that seems very interesting, but practically you feel a lot of face lot of problems and difficulties in carrying over your research, because you people you are not having that kind of infrastructure, that kind of research facilities, or the material or anything that is required is too costly, you are not having proper funding. So while going for your research, you need to be need to have a practical approach. While your topic should be a novel as well interesting, but it should be based on the practical approach, that what kind of research is possible in your present circumstances, or in your present institution where you are. So literature review, and after an exhaustive literature review, you can only find the research question, or you can find the problem on which you have to work. So the literature in literature review, the most important thing is that you always go for the 10 years back research. Like if you are going for your PhD in 2025, then 5 years back very exhaustive literature review, and then back 5 years, not that exhaustive, but at least 10 years of the research papers you must go on, you must go through it, because then only you can find the present status and the papers that are available, which kind of paper you are studying. That is also very important, because sometimes what happens, many institutions do not have access of good SCI papers, Q1, Q2 journals, then they go for SCI Hub or any open access paper. Sometimes the data available, the content available in that paper is not of a good quality. That creates a big deviation that deviates you from the right path, deviates you from the right path. While going for a literature review, you firstly you find out the good review paper on your area, recent review paper on your area, and try to find out that the review paper from some SCI and Q1 journal of good impact factor. Then only you can get the right picture and right knowledge and right information about the status. And then you should go at least 5 years research papers in that area, review paper as well as experimental paper, or in which type of research you are carrying. If you are in field of science and engineering and your work is based on experiment, then experimental research paper. If it is simulation or software basis, then that type of research paper. So literature review, in literature review you need to have a very good quality research paper before the initiation of your research work. Because sometimes what happens, we have presently I'm also supervising 5 PhD students. 3 have already completed their PhD. So what happens, but I have seen, but I have experienced that student um, come to me with the papers, and the papers I found always found you are of very bad quality. They are not good quality papers. So why this happens? Because they do not have that kind of exposure. So I always suggest him and guide him that in this case, if the access is not possible for you, then please give me the link. I will get you that paper. The right selection of paper, right downloading of the paper is very essential. If you are reading the paper of a poor quality or open access or the paid journal, then you can never be in a position to understand the theme and yeah, the proper status, the right status of your research work. And if you are unable to get that, then you can't go for good result, or you can't your research can't be a very good quality. So in order to do that, so first of all, go for a quality research papers. Download at least 10 exhaustive review papers of your field of a good SCI journal, or try to find out of Q1 journal. If that will be better. If not Q1, then Q2. And then try to frame the question on the basis of that, and on the basis of that little gap that you have found while studying the review or experimental work, which type of field is not much work has been done. And then you can only frame a question, research question or research problem, and then you can proceed further with the having a discussion with your supervisors. So this is the right way of carrying out the review, and then going framing your research question or research problem. So according to me, what I have felt in the last years of my research. So if you and one thing I would like to say to all participants, that this topic, the entire the theme of your FDP is should be based on more on the discussion than the one way of delivering a talk that I am continuously speaking and you people are listening, and then the time is over. Now I said thank you, and you people bye bye, and then it's over. So try to, if you have any question, because in this type of topic should be as much interactive as possible, because this is a topic of discussion more than the one way of delivering a lecture in the classroom, like. So if you have any queries or any doubts or any, because you all are I hope that you all are MTech or PhD students, participants are. So you must be facing some kind of problem in deciding your topic, in finding the gap, in doing the risk literature review. or in framing the your research questions. So if you have any questions, any queries and doubt, then try to ask and discuss these problems that you are facing. Then it would be a more interesting for you as well as for me, and for all. So if you have any question, if any doubt is in your mind, if any question is coming to your mind, so feel free, and don't be hesitant in asking. And I must say that if whatever question comes to your mind, please ask. Don't be hesitant in asking, because everyone in the initial years of your research, everyone used to be on the same stage. So we have also faced a lot of difficulties. We all are were not knowing anything when in the initial years of our research. So try to ask and questions and if there is any queries or anything. So I would encourage you people to ask questions. What kind of research you people are carrying out? Have you decided that the topic is has been finalized or not, or what type of literature review you people are doing?
I would request the attendees to please raise any questions, if any, because sir is over here and he's open to the open questions that you have in your mind. And I think this is the best time to ask sir about the questions. So please, if there is any, they can just switch on their mic and they can ask the question.
And
Ma'am,
I
can
would
I ask a question?
and your question should not be limited to these topics only. Whatever question if you are having related to your research, you may feel free to ask.
Ma'am, sir, can I ask the question?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. My topic is I have done the PhD work, but I am doing research also. So every time I actually found a little difficulty because my topic is women entrepreneurs. So in my PhD work was related with the policies, government policies. But sometimes I do and see the research study also. Sometimes I'm actually not able to find the gap between the between the studies. So exactly how I need to approach all that and what kind of questions I need to build up from that kind of a topic.
You are getting difficulty in which area?
Sir, in women entrepreneurship in India.
In India. So this is your topic of your research, and you have
Yes, sir.
completed your you have completed your PhD.
Yes, yes.
But still you are doing research in this area. So in which type of area you are facing difficulty in continuing your research in this area?
Right, sir, right.
In which area you are facing difficulty in continuing your research?
Sir, I'm actually doing a primary, I'm actually getting the primary data of the women's and who are working, who are taking a small scale businesses. So in that case, sometime I found might be that the research gap is there because we are open to the area where women's are there, but they are doing large scale business, and all the women's are like they are highly known to many of us. But I'm actually trying to unveil those women's who are small, who are working in a small scale businesses. So some in that case, what kind of a question I need to prepare, or what kind of hypothesis, if you can help me in that, what should I need to prepare in that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As we all know that the entrepreneurship is a new concept, as especially in Indian context, and if we talk about the women entrepreneurship, then it is in its infancy. So yeah, you may be getting difficulty in getting the data, or
Yes.
yeah, but I can say that whether I want to know whether you are getting research papers in this field or not. You have found any research paper, good research paper in this field or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see that. But that is generally covering a large scale area. But because what I understand, because if I am in a team, I am the only person. And if I want to do a genuine research, I think I need to take a small area. So, which can be within Jaipur itself. So, then that case, like what kind of hypothesis I can build up?
Yeah, you have to, firstly you have to whenever you are going for a research, instead of taking a broad area, try to narrow down your topic, because
Right.
in a very broad area you can't be you cannot be able in the later stage to compile all
Right.
the things, and there will be a lot of confusion and stress on
Exactly.
your mind. So better
Right.
you should be a very focused and on your research topic, and that area should be a very precise and to the point, have a to the point approach, pinpointed approach. So try to find out the if you are going for women entrepreneurship, trying to get the data. I don't think that data is not available, and research papers are not available. It may be possible that you are not having access of that papers in
No,
your
so paper
university.
are available. As such, I can go and see the papers. There are a lot of work which has been done for the in this field. In this area, there is a lot of work which has been done, although.
So because women are excelling in this field, I can say. So try to find out the what difficulties women have to face in this area, and what are the government schemes for, especially for women, to promote the women entrepreneurship. So, and if you do the we go for literature review papers on this area, you will definitely found where there is a problem or where there is a gap. So based on that, you may proceed further.
Okay, okay, sir.
And firstly, you must first go for exhaustive literature review and try to find out good research papers, and then only you can proceed further in your area. Which are the good journals? You may firstly go find out those journals, and then find out papers of those journals in this area especially.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
So there are just some more who would like to ask you some questions. I request the attendees to please ask the questions that are there with them.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I want to take some information. Can you suggest some good resources from where we can take the papers and how we can access those papers?
In which area you are working?
Sir, I'm working in computer science engineering.
From where you are presently?
Sir, I am in Noida.
In which institution?
Sir, from JP.
JP University. Okay, fine,
So
fine.
actually,
So,
I'm just entered in this field. So
and what
that's
is
why
the
I'm
topic,
asking.
exact topic of your PhD?
Sir, yet I have not decided the topic, but I want to go in computer networks field.
Okay, fine. So you might be knowing that the present government has is initiated a new scheme for the subscription. What has happened, that journal subscription or access of the journals has is being given to many universities and institutions of national importance, and private institution can have the access from those institutions. This facility has been generated for the researchers who are not in a institution of national importance, or if they are working in a private institution or pursuing their research in a private institution, so they may have access through those institution.
Okay.
Firstly, you try to know the status of that this program
Okay.
in your institution. Ask someone, the dean research or director research, whosoever is there.
Okay.
uh, then you can, otherwise SCA, mostly people get paper from SCIA, but that is not very authentic. I would suggest you that if your friend or relative is doing research in any IIT NIT, then you may send the links of the paper which you want to download and you are unable to download in your institution to him
Okay.
or her. Then that person will provide you the papers. This is
Okay.
the this is the way people usually get the papers, those who are working in such institutions.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
And then you can what is the what type of the areas are there in your areas, like today
Okay.
the AIML is lot of people are working on AIML
Yes, yes, sir.
in your computer field.
Yes, sir. Any specific?
Thank you so much, sir. Obviously, with all the attendees, I will be sharing sir's email ID with you so that you can briefly ask him about all your queries. And thank you, sir, for such an interactive session. It was lovely. It was so inspiring to understand about crafting, about the research questions. And you truly did justice to our event today. And I am really happy that you came here and you just blessed us with your presence. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. I would also like to say that people pursuing their MTech and PhD in the field of mechanical or material science, chemistry or physics, any such type of fields, especially these four areas, they may, if they are having any problem in characterization or any help they need, they may contact me, because we are also running a R&D center here, in which a lot of physical and different types of characterization tools and testing facilities we are having presently, and we are also developing research and testing labs, and very new type of instruments are in on the way. So yeah, this is my suggestion. If you are having any problem or any query or any discussion, you may contact on my email anshuman0203@gmail.com. And sorry that I could not present in a proper way through presentation, so because I got late in coming from my office, so really sorry for that. Next time we will discuss things more deeply.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Sir, even though you could not do presentation, but if you can share your presentation in the group, we can go through that.
Yeah, yeah, surely I will send the presentation to the organizer, say to Singh Saab, and he will share with you that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. It was quite inspiring. And with that, we have come to the end of the session. And as said, we will join tomorrow at 7:30 again. So I wish you all good night. Thank you.
Good
Okay,
good
thank
evening,
you,
ma'am.
thank
Good
you so
good
much.
good evening, sir.
Good
Hello,
evening,
sir.
good evening,
Sir,
good
I have
evening.
one question, sir. Actually,
Yes, please ask. If you have any question, please ask. I-
Sir,
If you
I
have any,
think they have some internet issue. Although we'll be sharing your email ID with them, so they will be directly in touch with you.
Ma'am,
okay,
may
okay.
I, ma'am, may I ask some questions?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Sir, it was very informative session. Thank you so much. Sir, my question is that what key consideration should I keep in mind when selecting a research topic?
uh, Obviously that the area should be novel and recent, and in the field in which you are pursuing your research, the area should not be saturated, otherwise you may face problem at the later stage. What happens in the initially, students have a tendency to just get the topic anyway, anyhow, so that they may start their research journey and complete it as soon as possible, but it does not happen. In that hurry, they usually decide the topic very soon, and or very in a very hurry, and after that, when they initiate their research, then they, while going for publication, they feel lot of difficulty. So while deciding your topic, you must have a lot of patience. You must go do a exhaustive literature review. You must do in-depth study of that topic, find the difficulty, find the gap, and then initiate your research journey.
Okay, thank you